Okay, we seem to have a little bit more light today than the prior day of me filming this. Welcome back if you had seen my part one of what I'm thinking about calling my September 2019 Pickups Trilogy. This is part two, and this is going to be books I obtained from a library book sale. Well, one of the two library book sales. But this is going to be from books I picked up from the first library book sale that I had gone to in September. Now, I mentioned in the prior video that I'm not going to do Amazon links for every book, but I will have my book depository link down below if you'd like to purchase any of these books or, you know, any books in general to help support my channel. One of the books I picked up at the library book sale, now I know I've already read this, Irvine Welsh's Glue. I really enjoyed that book, and I didn't have a copy for myself. I had borrowed it from the library. Well, now I have my own copy, and it's a paperback, and this is absolutely beautiful cover. I absolutely love this cover. And I really enjoyed that book. If you would like to see my review on it, I will put a link down below. But yeah, even though I'd already read it, I still would like to have a copy because I might like to read that again someday. Alright. We have some more Isaac Asimov. This is book 5 of the classic Foundation series. Now, this is definitely something I'm not going to read out of order, unlike the Robot City books. I've heard a lot of good things about the Foundation series. Like, someone had compared it to being similar to the Dune series, the Dune Chronicles. So I think it's going to make me actually want to check out the Foundation series. I think I do believe I have either book 1 or 2 of the Foundation series, so that kind of helps me have to not track down as many books since I've already had the first book and I picked it up like years ago but just never read it. There may be a lot of sci-fi in here because this is one of the things I was thinking. I've noticed that every book sale that I've been to in my area just had a huge lack of horror books. I just don't know what it is. Is it just my area? Or is this like this in other library book sales that you've been to? Let me know down below because I thought it was kind of odd that every time I go to a library book sale, there's just no horror books. Okay, I've read Harry Turtledove before, and I really enjoyed the book I read by him. I can't remember the name of the book off the top of my head, but it had to do with like cavemen and coexisting with humans. And I found that to be interesting. He's very, like, in-depth with his writing style, but it sounds really believable, and he really paints the world, like, as he reimagines it. So that's why I was kind of, like, interested to see. This one's called Colonization Second Contact, and this looks like it's events from, like, the 1950s and 60s, so this might be interesting. I know there's like a series order for these books, and I had checked that out prior because I have a lot of his books already. And here's another colonization book, Down to Earth. Like I said, I've already got like a lot of... Okay, now here's one. I picked up a true crime book. For those not familiar, this one is The Beautiful Cigar Girl. And this one, they believe that Edgar Allan Poe had based his Murders in the Rue Morgue based on this case. If you're not familiar with this girl, she was like, supposedly she was really good looking, even though if you look at her picture that they have of her, she looks kind of plain. But maybe for the time period, the way they took the pictures, I mean, it just doesn't do her any justice. But yeah, she was pretty well known for being like the cigar girl because she worked in this cigar shop. And yeah, so like, this one being a true crime case, I've heard about this case before. I think I've heard a couple of podcasts on it, and I want to get a little more in-depth about it, so I figured I would check out the book to see if, I can get a little more info on that one. Got another hairy turtle dove. I told you there was probably going to be a lot of them. This one is World War in the Balance. And, of course, this one has to do with the Second World War alternate history. And yet another hairy turtle dove. I think I may actually have this one. Oh, no. This one kind of looks familiar. Like, Colonization Aftershocks. I hope I don't already have this one. Because, like I said, I have, like, a bunch of these on my shelves from prior book sales when I had bought them before. Okay, and last but not least, we have Stephen Baxter, Manifold Time. This is another science fiction, and it's about the ecological damage and industrial and technological expansion. Unchecked population growth has left the Earth on the brink of devastation. So this one sounds like it may be really interesting. I've never read anything by Stephen Baxter before, so like this might be right up my alley. But that's all the books I picked up from that one library book sale. If you guys have read any of these, or if you have any questions about them, if there's any books you'd rather have me read sooner rather than later, let me know that too down below. Of course, I want to mention again, I do have the book depository link for you to purchase any books to help support my channel. I've got student loans out the wazoo. So every little bit helps. I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I've got a shit ton of student loans. But that's all I got for you guys. Stay tuned for part 3 of my library, or not, why am I even saying that? Library book sale pickups from September. So yeah, the final video of the trilogy is going to be another library book sale. And which I thought was cool about that one is they actually gave me like a real canvas bag. Like if you spent so much money, you got a free bag. So it was pretty cool. It was worth it in the end. That's all I got, guys. Sorry if I rambled on a little too much. And sorry for all the hairy turtle doves. I know, I'm probably sure that not everybody is into hairy turtle dove, but I enjoy alternative history, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Later.